and welcome to another SMZ3 weekly. Tonight or this morning, depending on which side of the world you are, we have a normal alt dungeons. Normal logic, that is. The race should be underway very soon. As they've dropped the kid, there we go. Just had to say it. So, as a general reminder, normal or hard logic only applies to the Super Metroid portion of the randomizer. What's expected of you in A Link to the Past never changes. This is normal difficulty, so the only thing you're expected to be able to do that might be considered bothersome are infinite bomb jumps, but only vertical ones. And we see Speed Booster on Lake Ilga Island. Guy opting to go straight to Sanctuary over the... and Scoot 2. So if you ever wondered what normal logic for Super Metroid was determined, well, when the game runs and you're not actually playing it, you'll see some demos. And anything you see in those demos can be required for normal logic, which includes infinite vertical bomb jumps. We're gonna get a dual Hoolihan, perfectly in sync. Wow. Are we sure you don't have twice the same stream? Ah, okay, they're going on opposite sides now. So this is a start. Not personally a fan of it, but it doesn't really matter. Because you'll eventually, everyone will do the same thing. And unless you're doing any actual skips, you probably won't lose or save any time doing or not doing a Hoolihan. Just do what you're comfortable with. Sky is opting to kill guards here. Did he pull a tree earlier? No, he did not. He went straight to... This is tier 2, because he took some damage. 3 bombs in Secret Passage. I forgot what Sanctuary had. And the single arrow for Uncle, which was holding, a unique item. It's not a lie. A single arrow is the only one of its kind in the 316 item pool we have. So probably back to Sanctuary and left side. No, Link's house again. Okay, 2 bus tokens at Hera and Eastern. Doesn't really matter where what is, because you have to do it all anyway in the old dungeon. Oh, that's what I should have said to all dungeons. You need every single boss token, every single crystal, and every single pendant. But not only that, you also need to defeat Aghanim number 1. But to get in GT, you only need the 7 crystals. So if you want to put off Aga 1 and pendants for routing reasons, well, you can. You'll still be able to climb GT. You just don't drop in the hole with Ganon, because you won't be able to hurt him yet. True attack at Sash. Well, when you have all the pendants required, just pulling pet is a formality. $20 at Mushroom. Have magic. convenient finds, but I gotta say, cat skip I'm not used to seeing or doing, but I'm sure that guy will eventually find their way back there. First pendant is nothing. First treasure chest is nothing. It's not because Sky is putting off Gag. Doesn't mean that Sky will never go to Gag. And 6, second chest. Full heart at Missile Pack. $50. Nickel. Kind of disappointed by him. By his hideout. And blue shirt. Chest. Big key. That is an extremely convenient location for a big key if you're go moding. You don't see the first chest? The map. Alright, so we still have 2 items in Eastern. While Scoo gets the hard piece. The first big peep pack and another hard piece. No, I always sound like this. $100 for a super pack. I'd say that's worth it. Apparently, Granny's gonna get robbed. Wow. Guy goes for the Dark Maze. Another super pack. Oh. You're gonna kill yourself, Sky. Be careful. Oh, here's a hot trick here. You can reset the room. If you screw up, the pots will respawn, but not the enemies that you killed. So Sky opts to kill all the enemies. Ooh. After that, Sky, don't forget you have to dodge the anti-fairies when they split. X-ray. Who says sure? And I forgot this. I didn't see what was in Easter, but Easter was kind of a bust. So it's not in CAC. It's not in Eastern. Has to be well, South Shore, I guess. South Shore with 6 bombs is a bit gutsy, but it can be done fairly reliably, unless you get massively trolled by the mini mold worms. But here, the bushcrabs are providing this guy with all the bombs one might need. Here, 2 again, $20 total. $20. Okay, where's the stuff? Come on, Seed, where is the stuff? Probably gonna get a Desert Glad Scout. Oh, that's why he wants more bombs. He found a bomb upgrade. We did not see a desert ledge gap unless I missed it. But we will see Agina. Got here. Supers. We have our super packs. We have one PB pack. I remember in Kakariko. Q ups for escape. He has exactly enough bombs to make through the front of escape. It does. It's true. Does put Oh Mama Brain, Terminator, front of Mission Impossible, and the missile back above charge beam into logic. And as always, of course, Morph Pen. We could have Morph for all we know. Okay. So we found the map. Last two chests have to be items. Because the key, if it's in front, the key can only be in the very first chest. So that chest was the map, and we're guaranteed 2 items. A tank. This guy got unlucky and was spotted immediately. The green guard. He was heading for South Shore, but I'm betting he's going to intercept the bush crab on the way there for more bombs. He's on the ramp. Right there. Six should be enough, but he'll probably want more just to be safe. He's getting trolled, that's for sure. That's why he filled up on bombs, because these things can happen. 7, but we got through. Nothing. Even less. Nothing again. Wow. Okay, Seed, where's this stuff? We're kind of getting worried here. So, Mini Moldorm was a good old slap in the face. It's definitely looking like early Bryn Seed, but you know, you never know when Morph Ball will just be sitting in Ice Rod Cave. All right. Well, Ski will have to do the eastern thing. At least he might stop at Hashala, because I think we're heading to Morphless Brinstar Criteria Adventure. Well, who stops at Sash, and he will save some time over Sky. He has no way of knowing that Morph might be not further in Easter. Yeah, I decided to break. Ooh, that was close. Almost top lock. Now this check is not in logic for normal. It would be if it were hard mode. Hard mode is assume you're able to do the delayed wall jump to get up here. Normal does not. And Skew wisely avoids. Satisfied. Ooh, I think someone's dead. Yeah, just reset out of this. You'll be back at this shit with all your health. Skew opts to check Mama Brain first, as well as. Well, I guess we'll see if there's something there. Bombs. The morph bed. Or you could have something silly like morph in the Bryn ceiling and the high jump boots in pink Bryn. You look fine to me. Oh, wait. No, I'm not watching the same one. Sorry. Oh. You will check the ceiling, probably. But at this point, it has to be Pink Bryn. Yeah, nothing in the ceiling. What are you doing? I just wanted to scout the bridge item. Sure. You might need to keep some of those supers. Well, there's either something just before Mission Impossible or something above the charge beam. Logically, that's all we can get. There's Morph Ball. Boring. Alright. Sphere 2 Morph Ball, sure. Oh boy, you want to avoid those spikes, my friend. See, Sky knows where to lay this power bomb. This will simultaneously let you get the charge beam item while clearing path to Spore Skip with just 1 PB. There are multiple pixels at work. The only real rule of Spore Skip is the camera has to be scrolled all the way to the right. And find a pixel you like and shoot from there. Hey, Vanilla Supers. I can use a PB to. You'll have to skip the meme entrance unless Sky finds Peebs here at wave 8. It's not glitch is not in logic for normal, but it is for hard. It's a vanilla E-Tank. I think I know. Yeah. Guy opts to go back to green bread. Below the bridge. Check the items there, and then check green bread reserve. What will Scoo do? Probably the same thing. But he would need to farm 1 PB first before he can blow the bridge. Wait, he doesn't. Yeah, he can just go to the other side of the green pit, the green, vertical pit, right there. All the fireflies there drop PBs. Doesn't forget about that, but that's what he's doing. At least getting 1 PB there. This guy does the mog ball. Can farm. And here's another PB pack. All right. Now Sky can comfortably do meme entrance to Old Bren. Ow. 15 PBs. Wow. Guy returning to Pink Bren and surely going straight to Old Bren after that. Be like, is nothing. Moment of hesitation before picking it up. I don't really think you'll ever be punished for skipping some missiles in an all dungeon seed, but having extra ammo early is nice. Especially when you have no beam. Well, Green Reserve has Reserve tank. Alright. It's a thing item first try with the deep. Ooh. High jump boots. That would mean one of the first items to get for suitless. But this is normal logic tonight. And the jump to Billy Mays is way there with boots off. Billy Mays is kind of vanilla. Yeah, no, it's 2 missiles vanilla. Guy going back, and yes, going up the old elevator. Oh no, it's just missile. When you finally discover that one as a kid, and you finally explore, you go up there and like, oh, just 2 missiles, and have something cool instead. No, okay. Guy scrolls the camera down. You see that the item at Old Mama Brain is something they're not interested in. I wasn't chastising you, I was just saying, when you play that one the first time, you are so disappointed. Especially with the second hidden pack, you'd think it'd be something good. No, it's just another missile pack. Two 30 missiles. Another shield, okay. Calm down, this guy. Not that hard. Then we'll go through bomb torso. And then decisions will have to be made because we haven't really found anything. I might want that one back. Or maybe he's not aware that if you do not pick up the item PT offers, you do not have to fight it. But fighting it is just like that. 2 missiles and then a super. Super and super takes longer because of an animation. Now the question is, will someone check back of Gauntlet? You know, the front has nothing, but back would have stuff. It's not in logic though. Yet. I want us to know. Good. Keeps going. Q will scout. Climb supers. Get him. Still has high jump boost off, I believe. Might want to try to CWJ, probably not. Red tower it is. Well, Scooby's unaware that middle of Gauntlet is nothing. You might just, yeah, might just go for it. Silvers. I really doubt Scoo will skip Gauntlet. Yeah, piece of heart in a bottle. A bottle could be something. One check. Oh, that's right. It's on the tracker, so I forgot. A suitless Gauntlet with no E-tanks is sketch. Suitless Gauntlet with 6 E-tanks is free. And try to do the. There's a free trick here you can bet free. I mean, if you miss it, you don't lose time because you have to wait for the block to respawn anyway. But you can quickly jump back up the crumbling block, jump off the wall, and then they're morphed to fit in the tunnel. And if you miss and fall down, well, it's no big deal because you can be fast enough to get back up there in time for the block to respawn. And there you go, you didn't lose any time. Compared to just waiting, is what I mean. Who activates it to fall, and he finds nothing of interest. And he's resetting. Back to the ship. It's faster this way. They already have 400 or 500 rupees, I think. And they both did Julian too, so they're not hurting for money. I mean, there's a 200. If there's a 300 directly in their path, I assume they will pick it up, but they won't go out of their way for a 300. One thing about the quick crate is if you miss the mouth entirely, you can try again. And Sky got quick kill on the second attempt. Farming supers. Well, we're running out of places where stuff could be. There's high jump boots over here. Plus spectacle rock. And there's a flute. Well, doesn't really open up anything. Only ease of going back to Death Mountain. But I will never spit on an early flute, especially for an all dungeon seed. You'll probably get a lot of use out of it. Oh, reopens. The hard piece hard. Wrong boomerang. And Screw gets the jump and wall jump back up before the block respawns. So we're down, yeah. Turning the bottle, turning the shovel, turning the rock. Will it be? Well, not likelihood Sky will sequence break left side of vanilla. Guy opts to check ice beam first. Let's go with some intended usage of X-ray to see that the wall item is nothing you should care about. It's old man. It's not an old man. It's not in logic yet. Pick a rock. Turn in the shovel. Turn in the bottle. Oh, it was one super short of the quick kill on trade. Or even one missile short. It's a very bland seed, bland. Like, it's giving us progression by eye drop. Like, just one drop, two drops. So we have three possibilities now: Snake Rock, the shovel, or the ball turn in. And Sky opts to rescue the old man first. Interesting. You have to be very confident here because there's no easy way to locate yourself. Well, there's a boomerang. That's alright. I forgot about the boomerangs because they're not on the track here. Who gets his flute? This guy is determined to get the old man in the dark. Oh, looks like Scoo's catching up. He's gonna. Oh well, he's gonna check the left side too, I assume. And nothing at Krog Escape and nothing on the old man. Who guesses the wrong hand, the wrong rang? All right, well, let's pick it. Pick your poison: shovel or bottle turn in. Either way, yuck. One play that makes the most sense is just activate the flute and turn in the bottle at the same time. Then, if needed, you shovel. You did not check left side, I believe, which is good because there's nothing and he's catching up. Oh, 7. 07. It's the shovel, last location. Flip flop. Okay. Guys, I don't think this guy skipped. Did he? I think he did. Yeah, if it's Zora, Screw can pay him immediately. If it's not Zora, then it doesn't matter. That's one of the rare seeds where Hooli handing really mattered. Although, if you did Gauntlet and took the 300, you'd be fine too. Yeah, Hobo, Waterfall Cave, Zora's Ledge, Zora. Red shirt. Faster to flute from here. Go back to 8. Jump down again in the water. Efficient usage of the flute. Also, this guy saved some time. I waited until he had the flute to check Ice Rod Cave. Anyway, next up is Waterfall Cave. Oh. Well, morph bombs put landing site power bombs in logic. And it's still not enough to get into wreck ship. Logically, normal logic. Hey, the sword. Sword doesn't help right now, but it sure is nice to have. Progression could be, yeah, 96 PBs. Wouldn't be unlike what the seed has been doing so far. Just giving us progression by the drop counter. And Sky, remember, he doesn't have the money for Zora. Zora probably has trash. Told you. Well, supers are not trash, but they're not progression. Yep. Now you got an IBJ. It also puts Gauntlet in logic, but we know both runners know it has nothing. Well, Sky doesn't know the back of it. What is Scoot doing? He might be going for Eastern. Oh no, he's going for the portal. He's gonna buy bombs. What are you doing, Scoot? Oh, you skipped Hobo. I guess. Guy doing the IBJ, which isn't logic, unfortunately. Can get closer to the ledge, so you don't have to do the diagonal bomb here. Right. You know, something has to be here is grapple. Okay. So this is either a wreck ship play or an X-ray call play. Just pick the one you hate the most, at least. I'd be tempted to check X-ray first. Like, if there's a suit there, I am out of there. Out of the wreck ship, that is. Guy opts for wreck ship. I'm scouting what's up there. You did not check Sky Maze. A trick I like to give to people who have difficulty doing IBJ, well, vertical ones anyway, is to turn a timing thing into a visual cue. Just do a jumping start for your IBJ. Eventually, you'll see like something in the background where you know I have to play my bomb when I'm this high to start the IBJ. Starting from the ground. Oh, too bad. This guy forgot to jump. Starting from the ground directly is pretty rough. Who's gonna scout the base missile? I did not see what that was. Just half. So, both decided to do the wreck ship play. Makes sense since wreck ship has a bunch of check and X-ray all is just one check. But on the other hand, it's wreck ship and wreck ship never has anything. Yes, IVG is a rhythm thing. But as I was saying, if you have difficulty with the rhythm thing, you can turn the rhythm thing into a visual cue. It's a lot easier for a lot of people. Let's see. Okay, let's go. Fetch you. No suits, but plenty of E-tanks. And if there's a oopsie, By oops, I mean you're in range of him too, and you can always screw attack. Invulnerable to his counter attack. Oh boy. Not too bad. Got like 7 in total, I think. 2, 2 plus 3, maybe. She's gonna have medium, 9, 11, 12. I just got 1 there. Medium. That's gonna have to be a 3-rounder, unfortunately. A 4-rounder. Worst guy. You use the super down. Oh, you did. Okay. Well, 4 rounds, but no rings of fire, so not too bad. Oh, wait, we have a ring of fire. It could have been a lot worse. That's what I'm saying. 6 more for Skoo. So gonna be a 4-rounder for him too. Getting long patterns though, that's unlucky. Oh, he just 3 missile there. Alright, got him. Guy right supers is a nickel. So far, nothing. Yeah, it's a nickel. It was a nickel. But Skoo's gonna get it too. Well, we'll see it too. And Sky is going to save Scum back of Rick's ship. Yikes. That hurts. That's what you save when you save Scum. That's the important part of the save Scum is the first part to the save. And then Scum. The K going is so brutal, Suitless. It's 200 health. Energy, rather. That was scary. And Skew is really almost all caught up. Yeah, it's not done Eastern. It's not done the gauntlet. Well, with the back of it anyway. It's nothing. Yeah, I guess the ceiling clip really fast. Oh, set up for the PB, but oh, just no PB. Just gonna screw attack everything. That works too. Opens the door, goes back left, Yatic item. Goes back right to Yatic item. Since the door has been pre-opened, he does not have to kill all of the enemies again. Leave left side. Any tank. It's a refill for Sky, sure. A free fill, if you will. Well, 5 item checks remain. The last of which is only a check. You can't get it without speed. And we know where speed is. This is the normal logic C, yes. All dungeons. This guy is going to check his Sky missile item. Say, with a jumping start, you turn a timing thing into a visual cue. And at one point, you just have to swap a PD in for a morph bomb to blow the jet. See, cancelled. There we go. Easy as pie, but it was nothing. So far, yeah. I don't think either scouted the speed locked item. Just have to be patient. I was wrong. There's a progression. Hook shot at the statue between speed locked item and gravity suit. I'm thinking Paradox Cave, probably. And Sky sees it all. Sky knows, you know, revisiting this wreck ship will not be necessary. But still, all of this just for one night. Well, this. No, okay. Well, vanilla gravity suit. There we go. Now we have choices to make. Now you have to choose Eastern Death Mountain or, or a Meridia. And anyone you're in Meridia, you can do the X-ray hall check. We're still looking for a whole bunch of items for Dark World access. No Moon Pearl, no glove, no hammer, no lab for Aghanim. This guy with the Moonfall and going to check. X-ray should still be careful because the gravity does nothing against spikes, and spikes are 60 energy a hit. I mean, you don't have really. Well, checking paradox real quick for something might not be, a bad idea. It's definitely beam at X-ray. Speed is on Lake Hylia Island, so we would need mirror. Stay safe, Scoo. So to say, tell the waivers to take a hike. I mean, logically, if you mean the portal, probably, but the first 3 items could be Pearl, a glove, and the hammer, for all we know. We know where speed is. This guy opts to check Death Mom first, which I think is wise. Oh yeah, Speed Booster was scouted 30 seconds in, basically. That's right, a Pearl Clip. You could do They have morph bombs, so they can do the easier version of the Crystal Flash Clip. By easy, I mean easier, not easy. But they will only get, with 15 power bombs, you only got 4 shots at it before they have to reform power bombs. Okay, nothing hard speed locked at main. Well, another pack of PBs there, so that's 5 more attempts at the CF Clip. But Sky found also another pack of PBs. Oh, book is on the tracker. Cool. Master Sword, tempered. And the lamp. Well, we could have a case of Moon Pearl sitting on Pyramid Ledge. Lamp was in the Mama Turtle wall. We don't need Cape with Tempered Sword. Yeah. They need to go to each other's footsteps again. This is what I was fearing. Like, it could have been some interesting divergence, but we don't get that. Because both area will need to be done in quick succession. Oh, charge beam. Oh, there we go. We don't need missiles anymore. thought the old man only had 20 rupees. Oh well. Okay, well, doesn't matter. But pendants at Swamp Pod, green pendant at Skullwoods. You setting up for the snail clip, which is a bit easier when you have high jump boots. They should do. Yep, there we go. Skull is the last pendant. It's the green one. Ring ball is a movement item in the hard logic, but it's completely unnecessary logic wise for normal. Oh. Picked up a hard mid fight. I don't think the trick will work anymore. Still worked. Never understood Haraput all that well. It's a burrito. And we have also shack tooling logic. Pretty easy to dispose of Moldorn when you have tempered. Last item, no. So we're missing items out of Harif. Yeah. Have you seen one item at least? That's right, Spring Ball. But we have an item that's in the big chest, and we cannot be obtained right now because Gaia does not have a fire source yet. That's unfortunate. Well, it would be super unfortunate if it turns out to be progression, but I mean, it could happen. We're still looking for Moon Pearl. Yep. And there could be something in the big chest. Oh, a bottle. Reset. So all fingers point to left sandpit. Aga. Got his lamp. Doesn't care about 20 bucks. Yeah, this is a third bottle, I think. Why, that's right. There's Aga or desert. Oh, and let's see what's here. Looks like Scoo wants it. Oh, wave beam. Oh, and missile and super. Sure, why not? He's charged not on the tracker. So small for me. Wave beam now. He has charge wave. And I think he passed on Spazer. Yes, we blindly check Dark Cross and hope for progression or Ricky. Oh, he does have. He does. He didn't pass on Spazer. He grabbed it. All right. Charge wave Spazer. It was Guy who bailed on it. So since we have knowledge of both, it's either desert or the big chest in Hera, or Dark Cross, which is not dark anymore with the lamp. Guy also going for the snail clip, but it's way too high. It's too high. Okay, well now he got trolled by the. He's gonna have to reset the room. Also has to watch out for his health. Kinda almost dead. This should be good. Yep. Fortunately for Sky, though, if it turns out to be the big chest in Hera, it's not like there's a ton of other possibilities for him to check. So he goes desert first and comes back for the big chest of Hera. Go against his carrot stick. Who will probably do Hera first. Question is, will he do the basement for the big key? I did not lose a lot of time, and he just saved before. He lost like 30 to 40 seconds at most. Guy opts out. Content with charge beam, wave beam, and not check shack. Will Sky follow the lamp or follow the book? Looks like the lamp. I think covering your bases is perfectly understandable when you're still looking for one of the two important orbs. Myra has the last boss token. Decides to play in tiled room instead of taking a break. Or maybe not. We know ether tablet is nothing. Alright. Now to climb or do the parapod again. Did find mushroom as well. And shovel was something. So why not mushroom as well? I've never seen this setup before. Sky uses, but it looks pretty swaggy. And easier to do. Yeah, I know Aeropod is faster, just like some people are not comfortable with it. Yet, very astute. Well, turns out it was in the book. He was not going to skip it. So we won't, so far won't have one of those unfortunate races where one skips a super important item but doesn't realize it until way too late. He was right behind him, but right, like maybe 3 minutes behind him, but he knows stuff that Sky doesn't, such as the content of the back of Gauntlet, Jack. You know, some locations you might have to consider checking later when you're looking for the last piece of progression. And we are still no gloves, no hammer, no moon pearl. An hour and 18 minutes in. Who bravely sets up the bomb jump and gets his various suit with a slasher too. Guy's in Bubble Mountain. Well, high jump boots, jumping across is not terribly hard. Chooses to go to speed booster first. Well, they do have charge beam, but they only have 20 supers. I don't like this Ridley fight, to be honest. Not with this ammo count. And Rainpaw was hidden in Bubble Mountain. Get money on top of space. And E-Tank, which is a welcome refill for Sky, who was almost out of energy. And Skew's in Norfair himself now. Oh, he hasn't done the left side checks, that's right. This could very well be, this could easily be an Aga seed, but it is an Aga seed by virtue of being an all dungeon seed, but we could be looking at a logical only first access to Dark World being Aga. And here's the gold sword. Lightsaber. Wow. The Access and Meridia so far is on logic because they would need to CF clip to bot wound right now. They don't have the easy ice clip available yet. It is feasible with 20 pack because if you have Morph Bomb to set up the CF clip, it's a lot easier than doing it suitless, which is the other way to do it. But a lot easier does not mean easy. Nothing at North Air Reserve. I mean, if they CF clip, then they could get their speed booster. But CF clip's not in logic. It's not even in hard logic. Only ice clip is. There's still Croc too. I mean, he's in logic because we have Wave Beam. I get does. They have even Western Dark World access with the flippers and the hook shot. They can get all the way to a hype cave, but they'd have to do the other north, then down west, and back south, and back up. He has 30 supers though. You could try the Ridley track. It's not terribly scary because he has screw attack for all the nasty critters down there. Or we might just want to follow logic. We'll see. Well, that's right. Brock. You can get every item behind Croc, logically. Rulely, the normal logic expects you to be able to get to Indiana Jones with nothing but the grapple beam. Most people, I think, at least I do, find the IBJ a lot easier. Find anything that's they can't do without the gloves. They can't do catfish. Well, the real big problem, yeah, I agree that it's the fourth Ripper is completely out of screen, out of view. So you have to take a leap of faith and hope you grab him after you just jump off the third one. So gloves also locks catfish and what else? The back of escape is still out of logic unless the key is in the middle chest. That's the one thing we haven't looked. No one has tried to go to yet. Maybe that key is in the middle chest of escape, Dark Cross chest, and you can get to the back from there. And the back has your items. I don't know. B-boosting to the item at one Cosigner's room, but it's only a bomb capacity upgrade. 2 items left. We'll see what Sky does. So many discoveries. Sky Ops from the IBJ. So once you get your RPG started, the safest and slowest, but it's safe thing to do is You lay your next bomb as you're falling back toward the other one. The farther apart they are, the higher you may go, but also the more likely you'll miss the next one. So to be completely safe, you do as Sky does, and lay them almost on top of each other. Can IBJ to grapple if they want. I did not see what was in the grapple. I was too busy trying to locate Croc on the tracker. I don't think a spring wall jump is even in logic. Even for I mean, I can do it. Others can do it, but I don't think it's even in hard logic. Yeah, well, normally I'd be racing this, but there are so few people willing to come and or track these days for SMZ3 that. Oh, yeah, I agree, Tar, but I think the one specific to Indiana Jones is not in logic for hard. You need both the spring ball and the high jump boots for it to be possible. Guys headed to Lower Norfair probably. Or, yeah, Lower Norfair. Okay, so with high jump boots and gravity, this is just a very simple gravity jump. If you nail it perfectly, you can jump straight to in front of the door. But even if you cut it short a bit, you can always wall jump the missing height. See, like, yeah, almost got it. You don't need this running jump, Sky. It's way easier as a standard jump. But you got it. Oh yeah, spring ball. Like I said earlier, spring ball is a movement item in hard logic. Oh, Q says no to more supers. Okay. And Sky expertly goes through the really annoying first Lower Norfair room with all these steps. Spring ball helps there. Can continue speed. Okay, so this is not in logic. This is a gate glitch. It's not the green gate glitch. You know why it's not the green gate glitch? Because it works on blue gates too. So it's the gate glitch. I will die on this hill. We're gonna take a sneak peek of Meyer. Let's know which medallion that we need for it. It's gonna be Bombos. Okay. And now, since Sky does not have any gloves, Sky cannot check checkerboard. I mean, if you want to be technical about it, sure. But I mean, it's obvious the green gate requires supers because it's a green gate. Hey, Plasma. Did Sky had Sky scouted Desert Ledge? Might be why he opted not to pick up Spazer. So we got Charge Wave Spazer. Okay. Well, Ridley's not really scary anymore, is he? Especially with his crew attack. Boots are not required for Desert. So it can be completed now. Because you might say, Sky lacks the glove for the back of Desert, but to that you have to reply. He has mirror and mire access, which means he can just mirror to the back, past the blocks, and thus does not need gloves to kill landmos. Mickey. Oh, this guy's gonna check the big chest in case it's where the last item is. So what Sku's doing is not in logic, but it's probably the handiest way of getting fast rush in the game. If you have high jump boots, it's a fairly not easy, but you'll get it eventually. Wall jump. If you don't have high jump boots, you need, I think, like pixel and frame perfect wall jump to make that. In the logic way they have right now for roasting in the game is an IBJ, which can be required in normal logic. That you're expected to IBJ your way up Worship in the game. But right now they don't have logical logical lower north access, so it doesn't really matter. He was gonna check Fireflies before Ridley. Nothing in Fireflies. Oh, gonna do all of Escape? I mean, lower for Escape rather. Why did he turbo kill Ridley so fast? I didn't even notice. I think he's just gonna go back after that. He's probably planning on doing the reverse acid bath. He's gonna check the last two items here, then go back to Ridley, and then back to Meyer, I think, is what the play is here. Guy pulverized Landos with the gold sword. Okay, nothing in order for escape, then there we go. Skew. Going back for Ridley. No, I recall Scoot checking Mickey Mouse. But we haven't turned in the mushroom, that's right. Guy's gonna get more supers. And Sky is going back to Lower Warfare. He went straight to Lower Warfare, right? He didn't scout GT, I think. But he has charged plasma now. No, that's a lot. That's when you want to pay GT a visit, right? When you charge plasma. So nothing of interest at GT, but he's going to kill him anyway because it's pretty fast with charge plasma. Charge wave plasma. Pardon me. He's going to get his last super back. He should be fine. He's got charge anyway, but he probably wants to use the 30th super kill. Just to be faster. Oh, this guy's gonna go for the spring wall jump. Well, first you have to have spring ball off. Then you spring wall jump, mid-air morph while pausing. Turn spring ball back on. And if Samus is still ascending from her previous spring wall mid-air morph jump, you get a free mid-air jump with spring ball re-equipped. It's weird like that. So start wall jumping. Pause and immediately mid-air. Wall jump, mid-air morph. Turn back, spring ball jump, spring ball all back on. And jump again. Pretty fast fight for Scoot, considering what he had. And we get Quake, which could be the medallion for Turtle Rock, for all we know. Mickey Mouse is vanilla, as we've seen earlier. Well, folks, I don't want to be the prophet of woes, but looks like the logical access to Dark World is Mr. Aghanim. Now I could say, could always, do the Crystal Flash clip with the morph bombs, but this is all dungeons. You have to kill that guy anyway, so it's not like you'll be saving a lot of time, if any. Right? So Sku was farming supers because I expect him to do the reverse acid bath into the gate glitch to Mire area. Well, we haven't done Dark Cross, even though it's in logic, and it could be the key, which would give the rest of the escape. Make it available, and you could have a treasure trove in back of escape for all we know. No, Sky's not afraid at all. Ridley would charge wave plasma. And so doesn't even farm that super backup. Just goes straight to Ridley. And Sku's gonna do the reverse acid bath. Once at the green gate, he'll have 17 attempts. And might be thinking, why do this trick? It saves you an elevator ride if your goal is to go back to Link to the Past, or anywhere really. But if you don't get the green gate, then you'll have to take the elevator back to the main entrance of Lower Norfair, and you don't really save any time. Three, 4. Took 8 attempts, but Scoo got it. Yay, glitch. Alrighty. Well, Scoo's gonna can't check checkerboard himself either. We'll probably do the desert play and then head to Aghanim. Sorry, head to Aghanim. Guy does not bother farming back up because back of escape isn't done yet. Back of escape, Elan escape hasn't been scouted yet. And really, with the charge wave plasma plus X-ray, he does not need ammo anymore. Both bot wound and Drake can be easily fried, or you can kill Dragon with grapple beam if you really want to. Once Dark World is well accessed, we'll have maybe some divergence. Yeah, Scoo now knows he does not need the boots. Probably ever. This guy is gonna be disappointed with what remains in Lower Norfair. And Sky, with a little bit of a head start, will realize the only play remaining is Aga, or maybe, Dark Cross. Dark Cross hasn't been checked yet. So Sky will make that decision first. Oh, did not get the... All those coups fight against Lando should really be pretty fast with Gold Sword. That's 2 slashes each. Yeah, I will use the green... not green, I mean... Oh, I thought he was gonna do the frog tunnel glitch, but instead he's probably going for a croc escape. Yeah, they have mirrored. It makes sense to check Dark Cross first, and then if you're wrong, key's not there or progression, then you just mirror back to the entrance and go pay a visit to Aga. I wanted an extra heart. With butter, sword, silvers, and red nail. Sure. That could be for the spike cave. Eventually, when they have a hammer and a glove. I don't recall anyone turning in the mushroom. And now simultaneously, they have to decide. It's probably going to be the Dark Cross, maybe. Well, mushroom could be gloved, and that would put back of escape in logic. That's exactly what Sky's doing. Gonna check Dark Cross. Skoo's getting his last item. And now Skoo were to Dark Cross. Key! Backs in logic. Skoo's he hasn't done GT, I think. He might have done that deliberately so he can just reset back to the ship if it's nothing. Instead of having to fight him. There's an item on Armor's Knights. This is the new check. Glove. Okay. Well, unfortunately, unless Hammer is on the mushroom, we have to go through Aga. Because we already had Zora access with the flippers. I mean, I understand not checking it here, because this is all dungeon. He has to do Aga anyway. He's probably just gonna check during the mushroom on his way to a catfish or something. I would absolutely do normally check during the mushroom first, but you have to kill Aga. This is AD, so do it now. You're here. That's interesting. It'd be interesting if it allowed him to completely dodge Aga until the end. But ultimately, I don't think it will matter. It's to take a long way to... Well, what's good for Skoo here is that he's going to full clear. He's not going to double dip Eastern. Like Sky will have to do. But he's not really gaining anything, even if he finds the hammer. On Armos. Although he will delay the annoyance of having to mirror every time you save and quit, otherwise you appear on top of the pyramid. That's so annoying. So Skoo's going to retread all grounds, at least until he's fighting Armor's Knights. And Sky is going to do the most boring fight in gaming ever. I mean, so far we're 2 for 2 on progression item being on fetch quests, unless you count with the ball turning as a fish quest. Oh, another evil check now. I forgot about gloves. Gloves also gives you checkerboard via Lower Norfair. And myths could be there if they find a space jump somewhere in the Dark World. The Lower Norfair double dip is always so frustrating. And Sky is getting blue balled. 3 in a row. Nope. Mercifully, he skips another lightning cycle. I get down, so that's done for him. Vanilla ledge. Sky has a glove. He can check catfish if he wants to. And on his way to catfish, he can turn in the mushroom and get his bow, which might turn him around to go for pod and mirror to complete Eastern. I mean, pod is a pendant, but this is AD. We don't care about that. There we go. He's going to turn into mushroom. That was the plan all along. Because he has to do Aga. The only way he would save us an amount of time that's not insignificant would be if he found the boots somewhere. But he might have decided that since Desert didn't require the boost, that the boost could be not anywhere in logic, for all he knows. I think that's the kind of decision making I would be making. Yeah, that's the plan. After going for Dragon after Hype Cave would not be a bad play. I agree. Oh, also, this guy never paid Zora. That's why he was missing one super pack. The one Zora has. Now we've got decisions. Turn back and head to pod. Yeah, but it's going to be annoying without the hammer. Alright, you need the hammer to complete pod. The hammer might be in pod, but it's only required for the boss. And logically for the big key chest. What will... Well, so far Sky has no choice but to take the castle portal. Because all the other portals are off limits for now. Yeah, the first chest in Swamp does not require the hammer, and I've had the hammer there a few times. Okay, so Sky's going down, which means pod, or you realize he doesn't have the hammer. Oh, right, he hasn't done... He skipped Hobo? Or he's getting his speed... He's getting his speed booster, that's rad. He's getting speed booster off Lake Hylia Island. Then might route this into finishing Meridia. Why not? There's a speed booster, and then he might head right to Meridia. We'll see. Going back up or down. He's going up. Okay, he's not doing Dragons yet. I need to take a small break. I'll be back in 5-ish minutes. Need some water and such. Okay, I'm back. So let's see. Let's see. Any new items? Doesn't look like it. Powder is not on tracker. Or is it? No, it's not. Could be a thing. I mean, we're 2 for 2 for fetch quest. This guy clearing up the village. I think it's wise to clear up the village first, because you could always find a hammer outside, or myths right here, or you could find the boots, which make Thieves Town significantly faster. But now Ridley's in logic. All of Lord North is in logic, except the front of Showcase Showdown. So going back to Mire won't be a pain. Checking checkerboard won't be a pain. Just flood there. Use the myths, etc. And do thieves. Some people don't like to do thieves hammerless, but I found hammer in thieves or behind blind far more often than I had to return to Thieves Town with the hammer to check what's in the big chest. Which is to say, don't be afraid to dive Thieves hammerless, because the odds are in your favor. So did Sky go to pot, or he just changed his mind and went to north in the Hyrule Dark World? Yeah, that's good. Doing Thieves Town hammerless is not something you should be wary of. It's like skipping the big key chest and throw a rock when you're in go mode and you only have the big key. The odds of it blowing it in your face are very small. Ah, okay. Thank you for the update. Hellway is always not any fun when you don't have the boots. Scoot's getting his speed booster. You might be heading to Meridia. We're still looking for at least Bombos, Cane, and Fire Rod. And yes, Scoot looks like he's headed to Meridia. Well, you can cook Dragon, which will make the fight extremely quick. He can ignore Bot Wound. He already checked everything, so it's gonna be just if he's gonna check Plasma Room or not. But he's still looking for a lot of items, so he might. I check Bot Wound first. He will. And don't forget, Skill, you have Plasma Beam. Just FYI. Okay, nothing at Bot Wound E-Tank. That leaves Precious Room, Super Space Jump, and Plasma. Interesting. We are hammerlocked. Well, not hammerlocked. We logically we're supposed to have the hammer here. With the small key, the big chest. mean, it's a few, but it's also interesting because it means we're expected to have hammer here. So where's hammer? By expected, I mean, the logic always assume you'll open key doors in the dumbest possible order, such as going straight to the basement and opening the big chest door. Okay, so all the items are gone, but interesting. We're meant to have the hammer here. So what is the logic change for this mess? Oh, doesn't quite fry Dragon. And Dragon is dead. Gonna do probably the... Oh, yeah. The game first. Because the game doesn't let you play if you have the smith in tow or the chest. Even if you drop the chest somewhere, he still won't let you. It's a mean old man. Nothing. So Ted is the only way to eat almost everything. Mushroom for sure. Alright, and will we see... Did he save? Will we see a plasma room check? Yes, we will. So Scoo scouted Climb Supers. So he knows it's nothing. So after this check, all he has left in Super Metroid is Waterway. And we're gonna see an in-logic power check. You lose the portal, but it's in logic to do it that way. You could have the hammer here. Not this time, though. He has to flute again, take the portal, come back down, and get the chest. Nope. So Q has full knowledge of Super Metroid, aside from Waterway. He had to lose a portal. He has no hammer. He wants the chest, he has to go to get it again. Yeah, Waterway is all that's remaining. Sum total. Sky still doesn't know about the back of Gauntlet, though he might have just forgot about it. If he did forget, well, luckily for him, it won't matter because it was nothing. Burgers, no thank you. Dumpy. Nothing. We have left Hype Cave, the chest thrown in. Bobo's Tablet, the first chest of Swamp, and whatever's in Pod. And Ice is not in play yet. We don't have Bombos or Fire Rod. Gonna check Bombos next. Maybe. That's true. Right side of Eastern Dark Death Mountain is available. But there's still Hype Cave. You gotta do Hype Cave first, right? You're here. And coming back here with Hammerless takes a while. Because your only portal is the castle. And you can't go down because you don't have the hammer. And the village. Which is quite a trek from here. So we might see a Hype Cave, and if there's a thing in the Hype Cave, we might see actually checking the first chest of Swamp. In case the hammer's there or any progression. Booties! Okay. That's 2 more checks. Fire Rod, alright, well. We're gonna see those checks after all, I'm pretty sure. Because someone's going back to Skullwoods. And probably doing Bonk Rocks. Might still be checking the first chef's of Swamp first. Yeah. The kind of play I would make here, but... Because this is something like a decision of opportunity. Because coming back here, hammerless, takes a while. And you're here. And it's 1 check. It could win you the game if hammer is here. Because you know what, a lot of people would just last locate the hammer if it's there. So yeah, it takes like, a minute. But then you know that there's nothing in Swamp that's not hammer locked. Then you can come back with the hammer later once you get it. And it could be in go mode if the hammer's the last thing you pick up. So I don't hate this play. What do we get? Nothing. 1 of the 2 pennies. There are 2 pennies in the randomizer. Now this guy's gonna flute back to Kakariko and go up. No, we're gonna check checkerboard first. I think. Yeah, probably. This is a checkerboard check. He's following mids basically. And so far, mids gave him nothing. So, okay, the last myth checks would be Death Mountain. I think that's where he's headed because he's save and quit. Yep. It's faster to say. Back in the days, you had to go back basically to the title screen of Zelda when you saved and quit. It took a long time. So saving quitting was not something you would do unless if you had the flute and the mirror, but now it's the opposite. If you have to go to Death Mountain, no matter where you are, it's faster to just save and quit and spawn in the old man's house. We see, yes, successfully. I don't know what we call that one hookshot clip. Basically, when a block is moving, in case someone listening doesn't know how that trick works, when a block is moving, it's actually nowhere. It doesn't exist anymore. And the only thing preventing you from just walking past it is Link's animation. So if you hook after you push a block, your hook shot will not be stopped by that block. You will hook across, and then you'll be able to just clip through it. I did not see Turtle Rock. It looked like Bombos. Or Ether. Yeah. Mirror to delete the block is a good idea, just not in a dungeon. Don't try that in a dungeon. Because yes, you'll delete the block and you'll also go back to the entrance. And here's our hammer. There we go. Guy sussed it out. Got his hammer. So what are we missing? Trying to figure out this tracker is so small. I guess that's Kane up there. That's missing on top of Sky's tracker. He needs Kane and his bombos, and he can just clear everything. And now he can easily combo Pod and Eastern, and he can finish Pod because he's got the hammer. So that's interesting though. After getting myths in the brewery, you were expected to go to Death Mountain to get your hammer before heading back to Thieves Town, for whatever reason. Poor Kiki. Here is you turn around, then turn back up. This makes Kiki get to you really a lot faster, and it cuts time. Your whole animation thing. Ice is in play now. We have a fire rod. Let's just hope that Bombos is not a waterway. Although it's not too bad. If your go mode is Bombos, you get to go mode Mire and Turtle Rock, which isn't too bad, I would say. Alright, so Hey, we get the dinner plate shield. Serving tray shield. Thank you and welcome, Raiders, to SMZ3. Super Metroid Zelda 3 combo randomizer. It's been fairly tight, mostly because the progression was like a trail of crumbs. You didn't really have a lot of chances to deviate from it. But once we hit Dark World, there were options available. Dark Maze disappoints so far. That's a bad place to have the big key, but unfortunately. Not gonna check the big chest. Or do we have all the items already? I wasn't counting, so I'll take your word for it. That's why you skipped the big chest. Just gonna get the last key here. Oh, you already got it. Oh, just damage boost across, sure. Can't use a cane here because you need to have it. Oh, was this? I don't check it and consider. A hammer also makes hammer pegs and a spike cave available. And the dungeons too. The Helma's not going to have anything interesting. It's going to be a quick fight with Butter's sword and Silver's. Whichever way you want to kill him. Hammer was in the hookshot cave. When you break the mask, it despawns the fireballs, which is handy. And Elmont is dead. Guy's gonna wrap up Eastern. He is rethreading known grounds, unfortunately. But after a hype cave, you might just go to... Nah. Still gotta dive ice hammerless. Could do a skull first, instead of going straight to Dark Death Mountain. Got our boots. Guys, you with is through the Iroh, the Dark Icon room. Ooh, Scoo going for their big bomb play. Can take the shortcut via the castle portal. Last bottle. All bottles accounted for. It's gonna float to Death Mountain, I assume. Or maybe just Skull. Yep. So Scoo's gonna do Skull Woods. He was also ahead of Super Metroid boss. Not that Dragon will take a long time to kill for Sky, but he still has to do that. Almost in sync again. Need to kill the Gibdo Whiskey. Head's dead. Alright, Myers a pendant. I think. Yeah. It's in sync kills. Last item is in the chest under the bridge. Going back in. Yeah, for the last item. Well, is that the last reserve or the third one anyway? Goal was clear. Checking the pad just to be sure, but it's just 3 bombs. Taking out bonk rocks first on the way out. Did we see a bumper cave ledge? I wasn't paying attention. Do that anyway. Okay, so bumper is nothing. We get King's Tomb. But that is pretty much choose ice or swamp. Okay. What else could you be checking? Well, waterway can't be checked without speed booster, and speed boost very late. And waterway is very out of the way for a single check. Like at this point, I would say that checking waterway is too galaxy brain even for me. Hammer pigs. Nothing. So, Flipper Dungeons, pick your poison. Womp it is. Also, Scoo will turn in the green pennant first. And nothing is reward. He was on his way to getting his hammer, and confirmation that all he needs is Bombos and Kane. Yeah. Close races are nice, but I feel this one was just close because the opportunity to diverge just wasn't there. At most, I could see sequence breaking wrecked ship early instead of going back with grapple. With hindsight, you could have made a lot of skips, that's right, but we got the wrong cane out of swamp compass chest. Looks like Scoo will follow Sky's footstep into. Oh, he didn't do. Oh, interesting. He didn't do diver down. Well, if Scoo can do bomber diver down, he's gonna save a bit of time here. Excellent. Nope, no diver down from Sky at all. Mickey. Oh boy. We probably want to keep forging forward, but yeah. If we're still looking for the compass, then. And here's the cane. Cool. Doesn't really help. Don't have bombos. But it will make Ice Palace easier. Thanks to Icebreaker. Gold sword in Mr. Argus, I think? Yeah, it's Argus. Well, all right. There's still the big chest. Oh boy, the trolls are real. Here's Bumbo. Swear and go. Look at old Ice and Turtle Rock and Meyer. This guy doesn't have to worry about um, waterway or plasma room or whatever. He's got all he needs. Yeah, it's 3 of the longer dungeons to full clear normally. And Sku will get his, yeah. Well, Sku is half a dungeon behind. What could help him get ahead? He has a dragon kill. So I think that kind of washes out, really. Especially if you nail the bomb diver down here. No, he was too far back. I don't know, he wasn't. Oh, Sky opting not. Oh wait, he's go moding. He has to hit the switch first. That's right. Can hit the switch and leave? Yeah, there we go. When you're in go mode in swamp and ice, you need to hit the switch once. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. Bufferless setup, fancy. First try icebreaker. Now you need to get the key from under this block. Then you can just bail. Because you don't need the big key to get in the boss room, and you just open this too. Nothing. Well, Pendant Swamp had this stuff. Oh, that's right. Sku hasn't done pod either. No, Sky's ahead. Dragon's gonna take, what, 2 minutes? He would, but unfortunately for Sku, the big key in pod was in the dark maze. A second chest too. If the big key was in front, he would save time on Sky, but he won't save any time. Bridge chest is not the small key. Yeah, that's the last reserve tank for sure. So we got an item already. We still have throw rock. Sky's definitely ahead. There's a big key in the atrium. What are we gonna do with it? Let's use it. Okay. Well, trade right now that the only divergence we might see would be GT. Other than that, all the execution will allow one to lose time and the other to gain some. That already has a key. So he's really not far behind Skew in this dungeon. And he has 2 dungeon on him. Big key and pod was deep. And ice spell doesn't matter when you go, it's the same. Where's Skew? You forgetting isn't go. Doesn't need to clear the Penguinator room. We got Space Jump for his trouble. Wait. Okay. It's gonna save time. Turns out it was a good move. Who gets ice clipped pretty fast. Opens up a free air quote chest. Ice beam doesn't save that much time, unfortunately. Guys, routes into the back of Meridia for Dre. And Nose doesn't have to check anything. I mean, Ice Beam could be in the Gannon Tower big chest for all we know. Why screws opening chests, but did he forget to hit the switch? No, he did not. He hit it. Okay. Simultaneous. Well, no. Screw will be done with the puffs before Dre shows up. Okay. I'm gonna say unlucky, but nah, it's fine. Yeah, this is a big time sink for Screw. Stupid pod. No. Since you got it for almost free, it will save time. How much is probably seconds. Yeah. The big key for Pod was in second chest in Dark Maze. So he might end up full clearing it anyway. Was not right side, was the Dark Maze. Yes, with some. Oh, pet, not pod. Yeah, pet is nothing. Berries. Guy's in the lead. What's the first shot? Was it the big key? Well, yes, we'll see. Small key. Small key. Okay. Okay, no big key. Well, if the big key is not in Chain Chomp room, then it's vanilla, which is unfortunate. Oh, you hadn't done left side. Big key here. Found in the worst possible place when you're go-moting pod. Did he have the big key in the room? I forgot to check. Stay safe, Sky. Nope. That is still the key. There we go. My big key was in the large room, like the atrium or the main hall, or whatever. So no, not a god mire, but a pretty fast mire if you check that spot quick or early. Where's these before the. Alright, so what else could we be possibly wanting to find? Oh, Space Jumper, we know where that is. And this guy's not going there. Again. Ice Beam, that's pretty much it. Skipping Laser Bridge is always comfortable. Ice Beam at this point would save, what, 15 seconds maybe? Not worth the time to go out of your way to get it. Guy does not get their 0 cycle. Mm. I always found calling out a number sketchy. I prefer just to say the chess I think it will be in, no matter what route is taken. And I'm gonna say top right render room. Yeah. I would just need to make a chart. This chess is that name. And then you're not dependent on the runner's route to be right or wrong. Hope room it was. Hope room left or number 2. So we're gonna have a fast GT. That's nice to have. After such a long ADC, not stretching out GT is very much appreciated. I'm afraid now Sky has an insurmountable lead, which is unfortunate. Going to bed sounds nice right about now. Not sure about that. I guess butter, silvers, red mail, everything's like. Almost simultaneous basketball. Okay. This guy's seeing a little bit of time with Trollorm, but you know. There we go. A map. Now we can find our way to Aga 2. Bring GD. This guy reaches. This split fight. Went for the easy double hit over the harder triple. 2-2, that's pretty good so far. Oh, barely misses the 3-rounder. This one should be in the bag though. There we go. 2-2-1-1. All right. This guy is done carving blue bacon, apparently. Now, another possibility here is that he gets the Andy treatment and has 38 teleports in a row. Right. This guy got hit by a fire bat, but he knew what to do when you get hit by a fire bat in this phase. And it's nothing. If you hold a direction, you will fly in the opposite direction. If you hold nothing, your sprite will just bounce up a bit and stay where it was. Yes. Ganon does give a hint if you don't have silvers. And also calls you a dingus if you have no bow at all. It's possible in reduced requirement seeds. Guys, he should be okay. Waggy spring balling. A tip for the first room of Metroids. When you encounter the first one, you can just start power bombing there, and for some reason it will aggro all the Metroids in the room. I'm not sure why. Blue Sky attempt. Baby skip. Gonna try at least. Good first jump. Might have been a little early on the second one. Yeah, it got caught after all. You entering Turian at the same time. Sky is fighting MB2. Barring something really unfortunate, like getting caught by a catch-up beam and just losing all your tanks there. I don't think this race is... No finishers yet. Ooh, wow, wow, catch-up hurts. This guy should be okay for stand-up. Ooh. Almost kill yourself there, Sky. Phase 3. Sky ups for the lag corner. ISB could have been deeper in GT or on Laser Bridge. Because we only opened 2 chests in GT. So the answer is probably GT. Yodok's room. Doing well. Don't really need space jump for that. E-Spark. Successful. I'm torn on saving the animals. Before it was easy, just don't save the animals and don't make fusion cannon, but Dread came out since then, and Dread is really good. Alrighty. Fishing first on restream. And let's see. First overall with a time of 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 6 seconds. This guy is your winner. Hey, Sky.
Yeah, I'll save the animals if I'm last, but not.
So, yeah, what do you think of the seed? Oh, you're waiting on Scoo, okay.
Hey there. Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you for a second, Nito, if you were talking.
Oh. Sorry, kinda half asleep here. I mean, if we can wait 3 minutes for Scoo to join us, or if you want to, or if you have some comments right now, well, that's good too.
No, that was an interesting seed. The hammer placement was a little annoying, but other
It
than
was, yeah.
just for an all dungeon seed, I mean, you really had to go almost everywhere, and then Bombo's placement was pretty troll.
It was very follow the breadcrumbs. You didn't have a lot of leeway early on. You just follow what it gave you.
Basically, yeah.
No big decisions to make.
Yeah.
Aside from ice versus swamp.
Yeah, there was a moment early on where I was thinking of going to Bubble Mountain early without Varia, but
Yeah.
doing Hera without the lamp and then finding that afterwards was annoying.
You had to do both, yeah.
So I probably could have avoided the double dip if I did Meridia first, but I figured without knowing where speed was and not having ice, I figured it was best to go the Death Mountain route than force a double dip of Meridia, assuming ice wasn't there.
It would have been a sequence break anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, because you had to do Aga anyway. It's an all dungeon seed.
Hmm.
The only way this would be any faster would be if you had boots.
Yeah.
Like, you had all the tools. You had butter sword, then maybe just, I don't know, just tempered was enough. Has to be done to it now that you have your portal there.
Yeah, I had as soon as I saw the swords in the Paradox Cave, I knew I was going to Aga pretty quickly.
And Scopula finishes and fast forwards 3 credits.
I don't
Finishes
know.
second with the time of 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 47 seconds. GG to Scoo. We're all kills. No, 1 kill with tempered and everything else with gold sword. And we were joined by the second finisher.
What's up? I need a nice guy. GG.
GG Scoop.
I don't know if you said anything so far, so I'll let you just.
So just mentioning that, well, to address something in chat, it's not that surprising that it's a fairly tight finish because the seed was very linear for the most part
Right.
early on. The big thing you could have done, big air quotes, would have been to sequence break into a wrecked ship. You would have avoided having to go to Zora and back.
Yeah. How often is it empty, you know?
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, this is just hindsight. You know. As you're playing the seed, there's no reason to go to wrecked ship early.
I had a brief thought about it with the spring ball. I figure I can. Then again, I can.
Hera, yeah.
But yeah, bombs to grapple to all that, hook and gravity, and I was like, well, hook is fine. I would rather not have had both right then. But so it is.
Yeah, I saw the hook and took that to East Death Mountain, got the mirror, went and did Hera. Had to leave the basement check until I went and did Meridia, then found the lamp, then had to go back to Hera. So that was a little bit of a fun back and forth.
Yeah, I felt alright about Varia because, well, for one thing, I ran out of bombs doing hair pot. If I didn't, I would have probably got it anyway because that burns me enough. That's a pun, I think. But you know, I wanted to stick to logic as long as possible, and then I'm in Norfair, and there's Croc with the nothing, and then there's Ridley and all that, and like, okay, this will be the first time I break anything, and I did, and where to get me but nowhere. So
yeah, the only reason I didn't reset out of Croc was because of the super pack, and I only had 20 at the time, so I think that gave me 25, and I figured with that and even only charge wave, it was worthwhile to do. And then of course I did screw attack first and found plasma, so that made it even more comfy.
Yeah, who skipped that pack of super is at Indiana Jones.
I didn't even look at it.
30, yeah.
Or did I? Yeah, I did.
Right.
The space jump was in Pengators and Ice. I autopilot that chest.
I was surprised you were doing that room, and it turned out it was a wash. Because space jumps save a bit of time, but about the time it took you to clear the room.
You know, Ice would have been nicer, but no. I autopilot that one. And then there's a little factor of if it's a big key, I save some screen transitions with the switch there, which and of course I grabbed the one after Icebreaker, and there it is anyway. So well.
I think the only chest I checked in there was the one where you hook shot across the spikes, just because it was right there.
Yeah.
'Cause,
We're
yeah,
still
ice
looking
is-
for ice.
Yeah, ice is the only thing that could have been helpful there. And then, of course, GT with all its checks could have been there, but the big key was so early.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like, well, I had the same thought. I'm like, well, I guess I ain't gonna find it in here, are we? Mother brain just gurgles out something like Ganon does, just the ice beam. Yeah. But
I think the other thing that made it so there weren't any big divergences was it's all dungeons. Like, you might be sequence breaking something for now, but you're gonna have to do it anyway eventually.
mhm.
That's why the decision between turning in the mushroom or doing Aga first was easy. Like, well, I'm here, I check the back, I just move to the front, I do Aga because I gotta do Aga anyway, and I'll just turn in the mushroom on my way to Catfish.
Yeah, mushroom and catfish, I realized later I should have done like after Dragon with the whirlpool, because then I hooked over to Graveyard Ledge, and after that I realized that was a little bit of a few minutes. But yeah, Aga, I knew I had to do it. I just didn't want to until the end, of course. And true to form, we had to do it for not all dungeon reasons, I guess.
Yeah, it was logical first access to the Dark World.
Yep.
Did you get that first glove real quick or no?
No, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I think it was after I got Varia, went to Bubble, did Croc, left Croc, and then went straight to Aga.
Yeah, you were on the way to Aga, but you checked Dark Cross first,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
followed the key to the back. Got your glove, realized it did nothing at all for you, except put checkerboard and logic. No, not yet. You didn't have space jump yet, but it wasn't doing anything except giving you one more check at checkerboard. Would have had to go way out of your way to check that. Not in logic anyway, so you did Aga right after.
That and going up to do Catfish, because I also didn't have Zora money when I went through there, so
That's right.
there's enough stuff missing to where I mirrored out a Catfish, checked Zora, and then I think from there I saved and quit, went back up through the Aga portal, and then hook shot across, and then did all the counterclockwise route Dark World stuff that I could.
The Moon Pearl should have said, Moon Pearl by itself should have said, do Aga sooner rather than later. Just, you either have it or you don't, and it's either one check or all the checks. But I don't know, like, a lot of that was just me figuring, well, like you said, Nate, I was gonna have to do stuff eventually. I mean, trick here is limiting your overworld, which I did not do. So
Basically trying to full clear as efficiently as possible.
yeah. But about the glove, I got it later too. Now, I typically will go straight to the back if I can do it early without keys, without weapons. I mean, the key was there, so I could have, but I just ran out of Death Warp stuff, is why I put it off and waited till Lamp and all that. I mean, I guess I get to put it in with Aga, so there was that, but I just wondered if that glove, if you got it, and change anything, because the other thing is, checkerboard. I went through Lower Norfair, right, and left it, so I'm like, well, I better not burn me. So
You didn't have a choice. You didn't have a...
I kind of fluted back and grabbed it.
Yeah, I did that, I want to say right before I went and did Dark Death Mountain.
Which ones?
The checkerboard cave, because I think
Yeah.
I left ice and went to
You-
checkerboard.
You were following myths, so you did
Yeah.
the Smith checks you could. Didn't have the hammer yet.
hmm
You went all the way to Hype Cave. You even checked the first chest of Swamp. And after that, you fluted, and I think you did Checkerboard.
Yeah, I know I
After-
did checkerboard before going up to Dark Death. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the first chest of Swamp, but I have been burned there by the hammer being there before, so
It's not a bad play, I would say. It's like it's the opportunity cost of having to get back there later, if there was something after all.
Well, if Hype was empty, I was going to do it. I'll tell you that. But
Ice had Fire Rod and Boots, both not Fire Rod required, but nothing that really helped, like Hammer would have. So I think it was a good play. Just in the hindsight, it didn't turn out to be anything.
Pod made me mad. You actually go mode the thing, and where's the big key?
The worst place it can
No
be when
ass
you go
smoke.
on again.
yeah, I didn't go mode it because I think I did that before I
Yeah.
did Swamp. Swamp Bombos was my go mode, so I full cleared that too before going back and finishing Eastern, which I don't know what my problem was with Eastern. I did Eastern first, Sahasra into Eastern, and I don't know what my problem was in the big key room. That was a lot more clumsy than it should have been.
What'd you do?
You did the backup correctly. You kill everything with the pods.
Well, I even tried holding a bomb over my head next to one of the Stalfos things, and of course it moves at the last second, so I just hit myself. And then I think I threw pots maybe 3 times and missed. So I had to reset the room a lot more times than I should have, all for a missile.
Still, well, it's not a bad play because you're still looking for everything back there.
Yeah, I've
'Cause-
liked doing that lately. I don't know what it is, but doing the Houlihan, which is just something it's 60 seconds, I think that's worthwhile. And then fading Kakariko before doing either Eastern or South Shore. I've liked doing that lately.
Ultimately, it rarely matters what order you do stuff. It's Sphere 1.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just from some seeds I've been playing lately where I'm finding either flute or bottles in Eastern area or South Shore before going to Kakariko, so it's just getting more in at once.
The only thing with it is if you can avoid leaving Sick Kid in the flute, you do it, but
Oh, that's right. Two fetch quest item turned out to be something. Mushroom was bow.
Yeah, and then the shovel.
Shovel was what again?
Flippers.
Right, flippers.
So yeah, Ice lost time. Spazer was an X-ray, I want to say. Ether was behind a cape. We don't know where that is. That's about it. Got everything else.
Yeah, I reset out of Spazer. I saved at the top of Red Tower before doing that and going down. I thought about it for a second, but...
Did you know where Plasma was? Because I didn't.
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted... It wasn't worth the time to grapple back out.
Yeah, you look, I wiggled around like 4 times.
Yeah, the waivers were really trolly on you for you.
Yeah, that was annoying. I'm like, okay, suitless, thank you. Leave me alone.
Just if you're still grappling while it hits you, you don't fall. I'm sure you knew that, but
probably, and I don't know. I just push the buttons and go from one door to the other. And video games.
It was just unfortunate. But yeah, you were, for the most part, weren't really far behind each other. Sky never checked the back of Gauntlet, which fortunately turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, that was another one. There was $300 there.
Yeah.
So
that's your Houlihan start if you wanted money for Zor.
Yeah, that might have. I don't know if you didn't do Zor right away, if that changed anything substantially. Probably not, but I stared at it and left it. So.
Yeah, normally I would check that, but with the morph placement being the missiles in front of Mission Impossible, I went down and then back up and cleared early Super's room, and I just had no reason to go back to the Gauntlet area.
Well, I didn't either. I just did it after a ship reset or something before wreck ship. So I just went left and reset and went back to the right.
Yeah, I did check the front of Gauntlet. I think that was the first thing I did when I reset over.
Yeah, it was auto logic, but you know, it, I just mentioned that would have been a logic for a hard logic, but normal requires a Ken flag to get to do that.
Yeah, I usually like to do that check just because it's easy enough to get up and quick enough to do. If it's something, it's worthwhile. If it's nothing, then you just reset back to the ship. Although I think I decided to walk halfway before resetting.
Yeah. Then the Yelping Mod caught you and
Yep.
dipped you in acid.
Yeah.
Okay, reset time.
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't really considering going to wreck ship at that point because I think I went right, checked the mode item. I can't remember what it
Went
was.
down, yeah.
And then went down, did Kraid into Old Man, which
You
I got.
also never checked Shack Tool.
I
That's what
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back and forth on if I reset out of the left sand pit, which is what I checked first, because I got wave. I had the lamp. I knew I wanted to go back to Hera. So I figured I didn't have a way to get through to East Meridia yet. I may as well just go do what I had to leave behind in Hera, which of course then turned to be Varia, which took me in a completely different direction. So I figured if I had to do Dragon early, I would just check it on my way out.
You could even check it on your way out from Plasma down to Shack Tool if
Well,
needed.
that's what kind of got me. I did it because I'm like, well, I'm never gonna be back. I'm like, oh, then later, oh, yes, I am.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, if you had a glove there, you would have been immensely ahead because you know everyone else is going to last locate that.
Yeah.
But turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, I had planned. I mean, with Gravity earlier, I had originally planned on doing Dragon and finishing Meridia, and then not take the tube, but do the reverse Cack Alley to do the other sand pit that I missed. I don't even know
All
what
right.
was there. That was in my head as what my Meridia plan was going to be, but one thing just took you in different directions. Like I think you mentioned something about breadcrumbs or something just leading you through the seed,
Yeah.
and then enough opened up in the dark world that I didn't have a need to go back.
The scene never gave you a massive amount of progression in a tight area. It's always like, oh, here's one thing. Let you fill breadcrumbs for like 10 minutes. Here's another thing. So it felt safe, if I can call it that, too. Well, I got lamp. It's probably all I need. Because there was nothing else right about wave beam.
yeah.
Croc had nothing, so wave was not required.
I had in the past occasionally done this thing where I'm like, well, if you hit an item and the game's telling you this is what it's for, then it can't. Then the game will be unlikely to give it or make it be required for something else, which it would have to be for Shack Tool. But I don't know how good of an idea it is, so I just said I'll just.
That's right. The
do it.
logical access to wreck ship was the grapple beam.
Yeah,
Right.
it's the only way to get in there on logic. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that matters, but if it helps you make a decision, I mean, ultimately I didn't do it, but just clear the game.
It's an interesting thought. I haven't really thought about that.
Like, it'll be true until it isn't. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. GG's.
Thanks
All
for
right.
racing.
I think I've said this before, but 3 minutes is always something I seem to be real good at on here. So I'm all right with it. 3 is good, especially over 3 hours.
Yeah, that was pretty close. and I had flubbed GT pretty bad. I don't know. I've never had that happen before in the run before getting to Aga 2, where I kept on bouncing off the things and I couldn't get up there.
Oh.
That was.
Oh,
Yeah,
that room, yeah, that's either you get right through or you're in huge trouble.
Yeah, usually I can hook shot and it'll either, stun the thing and that gives you enough time to boots up, or, it'll go through and same thing. But for some reason, I was a little off center and then I bounced and ping ponged back and forth. And then I had two of the things bouncing me into the spikes. And then, yeah, that was ugly.
It was a party.
It was a party. Well, GG Scoop, thanks for comms, thanks for tracking, thanks for putting all
As
this
well.
on.
Thanks,
Thanks
Matt.
for racing. Good night.
Night.
See ya.
All right. Well, this concludes another SMZ3 weekly. Thanks to our racers, and thanks to our wonderful tracker, Made Walker. And we'll see you next mission.